Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 29, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Carr. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marcel Aitman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
So now here comes the Jet offense. Get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
From the 31, Bridgewater. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Bridgewater. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the... It'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing his car on third down. He goes underneath for Anderson. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Crowder. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. But a nice carry. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Adams. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Carr now to throw. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, It makes it tough to defend.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
54, Mike, 54, 9, 54.
On first down, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Bridgewater. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Bridgewater now.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here's Ty Montgomery, former star at nearby Stanford. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got a noon one. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carr now on first down. The open man here, Renfro. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for a new one there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. This one caught by Crowder. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that, don't you? Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute with this.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I can't believe they even let you.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Throwing. Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack left, baby. Yum, 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 yum.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, let's go.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now on 2nd and 13. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
For them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing on first down is Carr. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Carr. Screen play, Anderson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. Down to the 25.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The kick by Joseph is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And able to connect with Berrios. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw his car. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
New York set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So...
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make